Hello, everybody. It's the second episode of Homestuck I'm recording today, and I think Caliborn has started to destroy my voice for some reason, but it's okay because Roxy's voice is too fun, so it'll be fine. Oh, happy birthday. I didn't even see that. That's why there's the fuck at the end. It's Jane's birthday, apparently, which means it's been a year. We've skipped a year. So that's something. At least Nepeta and Pfeffery together will probably be alright, right? For this weird sprite? I guess we'll find out in 3 seconds. But before we do, if you're enjoying, like the video, blah, blah, blah. And become a member if you want to see Homestuck episodes a week early. Alright, let's get into it. Pester Jane. The mustache returns. Greetings! Or, nope. That's not the right... that's the Solix Eridan thing. Greetings! What was her voice again? It's honestly been way too long. I think she was just British. Oh, hello, Jake. I'm not interrupting anything, am I? Not really. Roxy and I are just setting up a few things here. Ah, I see. Stop doing that. Would be happy to message you again later if you could spare any inconvenience. No, it's fine. It's really nice to hear from you, actually. I was starting to worry you might have forgotten. Forgotten? Oh, no. Forgotten what now? Deepest they sigh. Never mind. Wait, don't tell me. Is it a tomb or a crypt or some such? Are you preparing for another grist-seeking expedition? Oh shit, did you schedule my assistance for the raid and I forgot all about it? No, Jake. We didn't need your help raiding a tomb, but thanks for thinking of us. I don't know what this clueless pair of damsels would do without you. Blast! Well, what in the name of Willie Howard Taft's great tub-choking bottom could I be forgetting then? This is going to drive me crazy. Can you give me a hint? Yes. It has to do with the day I was born, which is almost exactly 16 years ago. Oh, never mind. It has been 3 years. We really just time skipped. Okay, whatever. Oh, of course, your birthday! Didn't you get Roxy's invitation? It was my understanding she gave you and Dirk notice weeks ago. Yes, that's right. Now I remember. The date sure snuck up on us quick, didn't it? Sorry, you know how things can slip my mind. The gold on my shoulders isn't the steel trap it used to be. Nothing like the well-oiled puzzle buster you've got up there. Well, damn. Looks like the egg monster took quite the spirited dump on my face this time. Jake, What? I feel so dumb. I'll be right over. Well, if you recall, the party is actually tomorrow. Like I said, we're just setting up some things. Roxy's putting up some decorations, and I baked a cake. You were, of course, free to join us early, too. I just thought since I hadn't heard from you in quite some time, you had better things to do. You baked a cake for your own party? Yes, so? I don't know. Something seems amiss about that. Isn't it's against tradition or inviting bad luck or something? But I guess it makes sense that you love baking cakes. It's like a present you give to yourself. Jake, what was it you actually wanted? Oh, I just wanted to get your advice on some stuff, but since I've been a heel and forgotten about your party, maybe I shouldn't bother you with that. So, 16 big ones, huh? The old sweet 16. Last one of us to notch the vaunted 1-6er. It's a big step. I knew you'd make it. I always said I believed in you, didn't I? Just kidding. The inexorable nature of time's passage virtually assured you would get that old, so you didn't really have anything to do with it. I mean, not that I don't still believe in you, I do. I can't believe it's already been... How long? What, a year since we entered? Oh, right, they didn't start at 13 like the other ones. This is also confusing. I was right the first time, though, so I'll just take that. Also, why does the... why does the mouthpiece on her headset go into her mustache instead of her mouth? It's a little weird, but whatever. A year since we entered? Holy moly, where does the time go? It's been more like 5 months. Oh. Well, that's still a pretty long time. I have to admit it's been a longer stint than I expected. Certainly one involving more downtime than I would have guessed. I really thought we would have been treated to some more action, what with being legendary players of a mysterious cosmic game, but no, it seems that the primary duty of the so-called nobles is to wait around twiddling our thumbs. I'm really beginning to wonder when these fabled heroes will arrive. And are they really going to be those we have been led to believe? I sure hope so. I'd love to meet my pen pal, dear old departed grandma. But as a feisty youngster, what a hoot that'll be! And you with your pop-pop. Let's not forget about him, not to mention the young Strider and Lalonde relatives. I bet they're a barrel of laughs. I met them once, but I was too shy to say anything. Then I got into a fight. Did I ever mention that, Jane? Oh yes, many times. No, not to say it's all been downtime and doldrums. Everything has been great. Finding treasure, solving riddles, becoming better friends. I wouldn't trade that for anything. And maybe we are getting close to something big happening regardless. Every day it seems like more and more undead creatures crawl out of their shadows. Bigger ones and stronger ones. Does their presence herald something worse coming, just as the legends indicate our presence heralds something better? I just wish we could all actually kill the fucking things. Even the little ones could absorb so much damage before yielding any spoils. Remember, Jane? Remember at the start how we kept trying to kill them? We'd all gang up on them like an imp skeleton for an hour, just clobbering it repeatedly, knocking its bones down, waiting for it to reassemble and keep coming at us, only to finally be rewarded with a shitty pittance of grists. But I guess the silver lining was it forced us to explore ruins more often and scavenge for loot there, so I think we've learned a lot more this way. But it sure makes resources hard to come by, having to get them exclusively from chests and whatnot. Sometimes I wonder if we've been missing out on a really rewarding part of the game by neglecting to build up our houses. Makes you wonder. But it just costs so much. Better to stick to making more practical stuff, don't you think? Sometimes I wonder if the heroes had the same problem in their game. Do you think they found an easier way to kill skeletons? Were they just as shameless to us when it came to splurging on our precious grist on swanky new duds? Did the same enigmatic bard haunt their game? And if so, which hilarious dead trolls did he throw into the fleshy blobs? Mr. Aerosol tells me he knows many things about the heroes because he saw them in action when he was alive. But he won't tell me a thing about them. These troll sprites sure do love keeping their secrets, don't they? That's nice, Jake. I'm kind of busy, though. What did you actually want to talk to me about? Actually, why don't we just talk about it tomorrow? Okay, we can talk about that if you insist. Really, Jane, you should know how to twist a fella's arm. I just wanted to get your take on what you might call my own personal ultimate riddle. It involves Dirk. You don't say. It's true. I haven't seen him in a couple of days. I've been laying low for a while, but I just received another series of pushy inquiries from him. Maybe I shouldn't be too hard on the guy, since he was probably just concerned about not having heard from me and all, but I still couldn't help but detect a tone of desperation, like he could sense I might be having doubts. This sort of thing has been all too common, unfortunately. I'm not sure it's going to work anymore. He can just be so needy. If only he could just relax and trust I won't spontaneously tire of his company. Although, the irony, I guess, is that his overbearing tendencies are beginning to fulfill his own paranoid prophecy. It's such a shame. We've had so many capital adventures together. I don't know why he has to be like this. He was always an intense fella, but in person, holy cow! I wonder if it has to do with the fact that he grew up alone in the middle of the ocean, and now he doesn't know how to deal with people without suffocating them. But then again, I grew up under similar circumstances, and I think I turned out pretty much okay socially. At least I hope so. Don't you think so, Jane? Actually, this just occurred to me. It's funny, he didn't mention your party in his text. I'm sure he wouldn't have forgotten. He never forgets anything but with his calculations and his computerized brain. Both figurative and literal. I wonder what his game was. He invited me out on an expedition without mention of your party as a potential conflict. If he sensed I could use some space, perhaps he was concerned that if we both showed up to the party it would be awkward. Or maybe he didn't want to mention he was going to the party, in which case it would spook me away from attending. Ah, do you see now, Jane? This is what his endless machinations do to you. Anything he says could be part of some grand convoluted scheme, and it just makes you agonize and boggle and wonder until your brain hurts, and you just know it's a battle you can't win. You know what I mean, Jane? Do you think I should just bite the bullet and end it? It's probably the right thing to do. Boy, I am not looking forward to that conversation, though. It's going to be a doozy. What did I get myself into here? I think I made a lot of mistakes, honestly. Not the least of which was getting the shitty tattoo, now that I think about it. Yes, I know we all thought it was a riot at first, but I guess it still is, maybe. But lately I've been wondering if it might not have been an act of sound judgment. Can you believe that, Jane? I don't know. It's a real pickle I'm in here, but I do feel better just being able to get it off my chest. You're such a good friend, Jane, always ready to listen to my relationship woes. What a trooper! It never ceases to amaze me how excellent you are at this friendship business. Where would I have been without you? In a way, you really have been the glue holding us all together on our adventure. Gosh, you're a stand-up gal. Which actually reminds me of another thing that's been bugging me about Dirk. He can often be the most hilariously self-absorbed. Don't get me started on when he starts going off on these long monologues about his philosophical gobbledygook. I'm not sure he actually has much of a filter when it comes to others in regard to interesting points in a conversation. Not to rag on the guy too hard, but I guess that at times I would just like to see a little more self-awareness from him is all. Jake! Did I tell you what happened on our last expedition together? Jake! I can't remember if I ever mentioned, but oh man, thinking back on what happened, it's even more ridiculous in retrospect. Where do I begin? Jake! What? Shut up! Huh? Shut up! Did I say something wrong? Jake, please, stop talking. I don't... Jake, I said shut up. What? Just shut the underlined fuck up. Sprite. Roxy's face. Ay caramba. What a terrible thing to say at a time like this. Ay caramba. Oh, the mustache is the speaker. That's why. Okay. I understand now. What in tarnation is the matter, Jane? What's the matter? What's the matter? I am sick and fucking tired to death of your insufferable blithering bullshit. Well there, you seem really worked up. Maybe we should just calm down and talk this through like sensible adults. Also, if you're going kind of heavy on the caps there, aren't you? Sort of makes it seem like you're shouting. I'm just saying. I am shouting. There are literal shouts of anger coming out of my actual mouth, and they're directed at you. Yikes. Well, okay then. Can you tell me why you're so upset with me? Is it because I forgot about your birthday party? Because I do feel awful about that. Oh my god, why are you so clueless? I really can't stand it. Really, I feel like a tool about forgetting. You know how I forget stuff. I mean, shucks, Buster. If I knew how to make it up with you, I would. If it ameliorates matters, I am sighing pretty much the shucksiest Buster of a contrition that I can manage. It's not about my birthday. The fact you clearly forgot certainly doesn't help, but that's not it. See, you just don't get it. Oh, and could you please stop saying Shucks Buster? Shucks Buster was my thing, and you stole it. I thought Shucks Buster was, sort of our thing. No, it was my thing, but I allowed it to be our thing back when I used to give a shit, but now it's just mine, and you can't have it anymore. Okay. I suppose I could go with my shoot buddy or Fudge Jr. or maybe forgo an analogous catchphrase altogether. But I clearly stepped in it big time with you, and I'd really like to know what I did. This is a great thumbnail. Jake, let me ask you, do you even remember the last time we talked? Was it a few days ago? No, try a few weeks ago, and even then you messaged me just to talk about some stupid shit that happened with Dirk. The tedious gesture which then you saw fit to reprise on my birthday of all days, whilst considerately forgetting about it. And even when I reminded you about it, you still barged ahead with your self-indulgent relationship claptrap anyway. I didn't realize it was so long ago. Sorry about that. Again, all I can say is, where does the time go? I guess I have trouble keeping up with everything I'm supposed to, which it would seem includes personal relationships as much as calendars. I'm not much of a leader of people, not like you are, Jane. I think when it comes to adventuring, maybe I'm more of a solo act, which, now that I think about it, might be contributing to my problems with Dirk. Maybe that's part of the reason why I needed some space. Oh, brother, there I go again, blustering about my problems. I guess I see what you mean. But really, if you wanted to talk sooner, then why didn't you just get in touch with me? It feels as though I'm always the one to say hello to you lately. Yeah, that's because every single time we chat, you do nothing but talk about yourself. You never ask me how I'm feeling or what I've been up to. Just launch into your romantic problems, and I just listen like an accommodating fool as always. So I stopped bothering. Why should I subject myself to that repeatedly? You might actually have been the most thoughtless, self-centered person I've ever met, and I can't believe I used to feel... Used to feel what? Jake, has it ever occurred to you how it must feel for someone to listen to her friend go on and on about his boyfriend problems when all along but she just couldn't say because she blew it and it was too late to... I don't even know why I'm bothering to explain this to you, never mind. Now hold the phone. Jane, I think I may finally understand what's been going on here. In retrospect, I can't believe I've been this blind. You're right, I really can be deplorably thick sometimes. Looking back, I can see how many of our conversations must have been torment for you. I really should have told you how you really should have told me how you felt sooner. Yeah, I know. If you told me you had the hots for Dirk, I would have backed off without another word. What are friends for? I mean, I knew that was happening. Oh no, the cake. Also, GC Cat's here. Or G-Cat, whatever. Wait, did I say something dumb again? Consarn it! I think maybe something is getting lost in translation of our respective chat clients. Maybe we should wait until tomorrow and just clear the air face-to-face at your party. No! You are not coming to my party! Oh, come on, Jane. Be a sport. You aren't coming to my party, because there isn't going to be a party. Go raid some tombs with your boyfriend. Go make up with him or break up with him or whatever it is your fickle, selfish heart desires. I'm at the end of my rope with you. I'm so fed up with your stupid movies and your stupid adventures and your stupid old-timey charms and your stupid, dashing good looks. Who needs any of it? I will say, Jane, before you do anything rash... Oh, will you please just... Shut the fuck up, Buster! Janie? You okay there? I will be peachy fucking keen once I stop this novelty mustache headset into oblivion and not a moment sooner. Janie, that ain't a reasonable thing you just said. Au contraire! I believe you will find that once this piece of shit has been reduced to subatomic particles, we will all come out smelling like fucking roses. Jane, stop it. You're upsetting Fefata. Just think of Fefata. That's all I'm asking. Poor Fefata. Oh, God. The just largest cat frown. I don't even know what's going on there. It's just jumping off like I'm out of here. Oh, poor Fefata, my sweet patootie. You and I both know Fefata has had to deal with garbage from jerk-off boys before, so don't give me this poor Fefata crap. Oh, yeah. My girl Fefata knows what's up. She's been around the D-bag block a time or two. Am I right, Fefata? Wow. I don't know. Shit, yeah, give me a paw bump. Bump! Jane, you want to know this action? Come give us a fistful of sugar. Complete this three-way for max girl power plus solidarity against dumb dudes. Janie, jeez, don't leave us hanging here. Fine. Jane, that was the piss-poorest paw bump I've ever seen. That was like a negative bump. We're gonna have to bump long and hard into the night to dig us out of that fucking bump hole you just dug us into. With that tragic bump. That bump was like Shakespearean. Makes you want to weep softly and leave a bouquet somewhere. Someone plays a sad trumpet in the distance. Look, Fefata just sniffled a little bit at how sad that bump... Okay, God. I'm just trying to cheer you up. Take your mind off whatever the hell that was. You weren't serious about calling off the party, were you? Here, let me just get the chess guys to help put the table on the roof. Maybe salvage the cake out of the sand dune over there. Nope, chess guys just finished eating it. Let's just make another, okay? No, I was serious. I'm not in the mood for a party anymore. So it sounds like you got jaked. Why, yes, that is the face of a girl who just got Englished with extreme prejudice. He was a blockhead and forgot your birthday, didn't he? I'm sorry, Jane. Yeah, me too. Maybe we cannot rehash the whole terrible conversation, though. Yeah, we don't have to. Just maybe try not to hold whatever dumb shit he said against him forever. That's just how that guy is. It's like, he doesn't mean to be a douche. It's just a byproduct of the whole ridiculous Jake English experience. Like his dunk-ass shenanigans leave behind a residue that looks like douche and tastes like douche, but it ain't the real thing. Like douche substitute. I can't believe it's not douche. I'm just trying to say that not terrible things about him in hopes you don't start hating each other, but I guess this isn't what you want to hear right now. So, yeah. I guess Jake's dumping Dirk soon. Like the writing wasn't on the wall with those two from day one. Poor Dirk. I wanted to say something to prepare him for that, but I never had the heart to bring it up, I guess. What can you do? Hey, but the silver lining is, I mean, if you can forgive him for shitting on your B-Day and stuff, maybe this is finally your chance to make the play for the J-Man, eh, Wonk? Roxy, please. As if that isn't the furthest thing from my mind right now. I am so done with that whole train of thought. So you really think you're just completely over him? Yes, sirree! If Jake's the rainbow, then call me a little house from Kansas. Whee! Wait, really? As in you don't give a shit if he dates anybody, or... I see. Interesting. Wait, what? What the hell was that supposed to mean? Nothing. It was just a joke. Okay. Was it really? Okay, maybe not a total joke, but still mostly a joke. I'm only trying to... I don't know. Roxy, I get you're trying to make me feel better, but a lot of things you've been saying here aren't really helping. Do you realize what you've been saying half the time? I think I liked you better when you were drinking. Jane, no, don't say that. I had a problem. Okay, yeah, and I was way out of line there. I'm sorry. That stupid conversation with Jake just pushed me over the edge, and now I'm feeling really, really distraught. This game is so much more depressing than I thought it would be. Everything is dead and empty and full of graves, and all we're supposed to do is just keep waiting and waiting and waiting. But for how much longer? And I still don't know where my dad is, and you still haven't been able to reach Calliope. And what if they're both... And now on top of that, I may have permanently destroyed my friendship with Jake, and now I just want to be alone. Jane, wait. I have to go. Where are you going? Abscond, youth roll. Nice abscond. Home! She's just asleep. Good lord. All my friends are just being disasters. Well, looks like it's just us. Party night with GCAT and Fefata. Fefata? Oh, dang it. Hey, you know, I could have used some support there. Where was all that profound shipping expertise when we really needed it? Usually I can barely shut you up, girl. Maybe just clammed up at all the drama. You would have loved that pun. The one I just said about the clams. Glub. Oh, it's okay. You had enough drama in your lives. You deserve some rest. Good night, sweet princess. So, GCAT. Guess this just leaves the two of us. Wow, this is, great. You gonna behave yourself and not do anything too, vexing or Cheshire catty, I hope? Oh, motherfuck! Are we on Durst? Oh, no. No. No! Not the one I actually care about, no! Ollie's outie. This is a giant skeleton. This is a lot of giant skeletons. I need the, Oh, great. Caliborn's gonna talk. This is a great time to end the episode if I can. I mean, not really. I was gonna say walking along on this deserted road. I need, like, that clip of Spider-Man walking on the rooftop with all the people dying all around him and he's just, like, sulking. Anyway, I guess I'll answer this. It's the Crosby top. At least we got that. Crocker! Hey, it's me, remember me? What the? Tumut! Which is... It's supposed to be middle fingers, right? Oops, no! Hold shift nostalgically. Tumut! There we go, okay. Yes! Oh, you have got to be kidding me. You're the absolute last person I want to hear from right now. And the bottom of that list is pretty competitive territory at the moment. Don't be like that. You stupid earth cow. How are we supposed to become friends if you recoil from my olive branch? Like I'm flailing a withered mummy's severed limb in your direction. I don't want us to become friends. We all thought you were gone for good, and we liked it that way. Please don't tell me you found a second wind of petty trolling in you. Hey, I don't troll, I jeer. Get it right. Trolling is for losers. Losers specifically who are trolls. Whatever. And what's with the ugly green text? Regarding reading your malformed sentence fragments was unpleasant enough as it was. I borrowed it from my sister. And shut up, it looks great. It is no uglier than you, who I can now see with ease, for the record. Whom you can see, moron. And no, you can't. Calliope said you couldn't see us at all in our game session, so I think you are lying. Am I really? Well, right now I am looking at a homely female in dumb blue pants, sulking in a grey place, typing on a computer with a strange human face. Oh, dear God. Why? My power has grown considerably since I last jeered you. I've made remarkable strides on my sacred journey toward important adulthood. On this bullshit planet, which used to be your home, I have found many keys and unlocked many holes, and now I can see more and learn more than you could ever fucking dream. How wonderful for you. I don't care how all-seeing and all-powerful you think you are. If your intent is to waste my time with more of your pitiful bullying, you are out of luck. Because that is exactly not the sort of crap I am in the mood for today. Toodaloo. Wait, I think I got off on the wrong foot. How about we gnaw that one off and start over? I was trying to pay you a compliment. Huh? My people aren't meant to like anybody, get it? I mean, not the way humans do. We don't have the human emotion called love. And we spontaneously start mashing keys when we are forced to even type the word. All of our relationships are dictated by the miracle of hatred. So when I use bad words towards you, that's just me saying things to try to know you better. Like, socially, as a friend. So when I say you are ugly, which you factually are, I mean that from my perspective of being normal and not a shitty alien. To say that you are actually attractive in an unpleasant way to my brain. Nope, that makes very little sense. Fuck! Try using your supposedly better smartness than mine, and think somewhat laterally about, like, fucking culture. That isn't yours, you dumb bitch. Yes, I see it all too clearly now. You're really quite the charmer. No, come on, dumb bitch is another great compliment. It's the same vein as which I just described. It is a term of endearment. I used to think about girls who, in my view, have managed to avoid being utterly beneath my personal acknowledgement. This isn't complicated. Aha! So you're actually trying to claim that you find me attractive from this alleged bad means good point of view of your hate-driven species. Definitely. I am not joking around, Crocker. I've knocked a bunch of your screens and spent a lot of time watching you, while thinking just the dirtiest of lots. Ew, you pig. The other female, too. Let's not forget your squad's backup bitch. Jesus. How nasty is she? She's just so foul. And the things you get up to with one another, oh my. Need I even cite the altercation with your puffy slumber loaves? Excuse me? My compliments in particular on your colourful undergarments, while bouncing up and down on the soft human saucewapagus. Oh, that's just great. The one time we had a generic girly pillow fight, and it turns out a pervert was watching us. I think I need a shower, assuming I can ever take one again in peace. Don't worry, you can't. But seriously, Jane, can I call you Jane? Bitch, listen. You are one grody harlot, which means good, bad things to me. Just let's remember, when I unlocked you, I don't know. Maybe I've changed, or maybe just you, since you turned older, but you really filled out since I last saw you before. What? Really? Hell yes, and I do enjoy a meaty bitch with a little clout. Clout? What? Is he feeling this way because she's just told off everybody, basically, I'm assuming? What do you mean exactly by clout? Oh, I think you know. When physical proportions of the bitch just jut out exuberantly. Do you mean Why am I even having this conversation? I just have a weak spot for the above-average heft of your parts, which wobble the most. God. Now, do something nauseating for me to watch. I want to see that tawdry act of hardcore schmaltz. See that rock over there? Pretend it is the insolent bitch. Act a little nervous with your idle hand. Graze one of your more bulbous locations incidentally. Then ask the rock if it wants to fall in love. Ooh. What? No. Are you insane? I don't care where you are, or whatever the hell it is you unlock to spy on me. You aren't allowed to sit there all day leering at my boobs. Your what? My what? Wait, what were you talking about? No. Tell me about what those things you said are. I'm so enticed. Screw you. Tell me what you are getting at with all of this. The stuff about clout and bulbous locations. I was just saying, my taste prefers when the buxom shrew's physique puts a healthy dent in space-time. Space-time? I like how salty it is when a bitch grows out of her skeletal phase, and her frame really begins to challenge the horizontal dimensions. What? When the female rump starts to get more mileage out of its wideness attribute, more bang for its boon buck. It excites me better when bitches punish the ground with its megalithic footstep. Oh, no. Why are you making me read this? Okay. Shut up! I am not fat! Jane bitch, I have new orders. You will strip to the scanty pair of party pants and the cloth chest piece for which you wear under those plain rags, and find a knotty patch of mud and roll around in the mud like an earth pig, flaunting for me your slippery and swollen porcine physicality, and maybe grunt some decadent poems through your snout about some shit-face you adore. Oh yes, that would be wretched. Oh no, and there's a picture. Well, actually, I'm not too worried about the picture. Go fuck yourself. Wait, don't shut me out. Remember what I said about our different cultures or whatever. Have a fucking open mind, Jane. I made you a present for your birthday, whatever that actually is. See how I'm making an effort to understand your customs? Meet me half of the goddamn way. Oh, cripes. What is it? A sublime artistic portrait. Remember how I said my power was growing with each day? This applies as well to my prowess as a draftsman. Oh, goodness, no, you poor delusional thing. I don't care what progress you think you've made. You will never be a good artist, dear. Horseshit. My illustration is stunning. It is nearly a photographic representation of your odious milkshake. Now park the industrial load of freight you declare a bottom and feast your eyes on this fucking excellence. Okay. Grown. I believe I have chosen the perfect shape for you. It is described in certain circles knowledgeable of the arts as a circle. I am very pleased with how faithfully it has captured the obscene rotundity of your magnificent carriage. Truly a spitting image of the Crocker bitch. Now listen carefully. You may learn something. The masterpiece aficionado will notice how I achieve this highly advanced and difficult shape. What most gifted artisans will tell you is that circles are basically fucking impossible to draw. Trust me, it's like a paradox, a shape without angles. What? So I fucking cheated. I navigated the irrational perimeter by making a lot of easily understandable, totally logical marks, forming a whole bunch of little right angles. The cheating part happens when I do this, and when I do this a lot, so it goes in the round direction. This one came out well, I think, but there is room to improve. I have theorized that if I keep making bogus circles like this, while drawing more and more angles but smaller, so small that you start to not be able to see them, that the illusion of the circle will be complete, and people will believe in the fake circle, like a bunch of suckers. I bet nobody has thought of the circle strategy. I think I'm the first at this idea, and the best at it already. People think I'm dumb, especially the voice in my head. And they may be right about me being dumb, but when it comes to this special way I do things, which is how always the perfect way, I am a genius. This is the most pointless and incomprehensible load of drivel I have ever read. Your portrait is every bit as abysmal as I was expecting, and for the last time, I am not fat. I think your claims of attraction to heavy-set women, which if you present as flattery, is an obvious ruse to get me to feel insecure about my appearance, and it isn't going to work. Oink. Shut your stupid face! Oh, this birthday is so awful. I can't stand it. Why is everyone treating me like shit today? What did I do to deserve this? Wait, what's the conjugation associated with human birth? Is it human borth? You were human borth. Shut up! I'm done humoring your perverted adolescent mind games. Tell me what happened to Calliope. Calliope, we want you back. Please come back and spare us from this lecherous nincompoop. Calliope, why doesn't this work? Saying her name only wakes her up if she's alive, so your hog face can snort the dirty syllables all at once. Hell, I will even give you a hand. Calliope, wake up, sis. Ha! Whoops, she can't. The bitch is dead. I don't believe you. No, it's true. I got somebody to stab her a lot. Then I stole her blood for my letters. No, that can't be true. I refuse to believe even you would do something so terrible. Jane, bitch. Your preposterous female emotions are going earth bananas again. Settle down and listen to boy reason. That's so good. It just putting that through the filter of this dialogue is so funny. It's not listen to a man. It's like listen to boy reason. Do not make me demonstrate the veracity of my facts yet again. That saccharine tramp is such a goner. She's never coming back. Just like your dapper human guardian. What? What do you know about my father? Where is he? He's fucking dead is where? You're lying again. Tell me what you know. God, I'm trying to. My facts are having difficulty penetrating your hysterical attitude. Listen to me very closely. He was captured by an agent soon after you began your quest. He was then put in jail on Durst. Okay, so he's on Durs then. Bitch, you aren't paying attention. Do you know anything about the prison system on Durs? It isn't like the soft time you do on Prospit. I bet you never spent any time in the joke they call a slammer there, let alone on Durs. And I suppose you have? I was not very well behaved. I did more than my share of time, chained to the wall in a cell. Hee, like I wasn't so used to that. It was like, do your worst. And then they did. Despite Dursites do not treat their prisoners good, to say the least. I was only able to survive the brutality due to my exceptional constitution, and even to some extent my ability to enjoy anguish. But your pathetic, frail human dad is a different story. There's no doubt at all that he is dead by now. No, don't say that. Shut up. You really should believe me. I've unlocked many of his screams, just like yours. You should see how they treated him. The horror he experienced must be difficult for a human girl to imagine. Perhaps I should capture one of the visuals and show you firsthand. You bastard! I said shut up! His agony was magnificent and very long-lasting, you see. He was a VIP, a very important prisoner, so they gave him special treatment. Under such cruel circumstances, I believe he would have traded his favorite hat for a swift end to his hilarious suffering. Stop it! But it was so wonderful and great to watch. Between your father's demise and his daughter's epic posterior, looming large on my video displays, I really must thank your entire family for hours of scandalous enjoyment. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Goodbye, Crosby Top. Fuck you, he's not dead. That's fine, I'm not fat and I hate you. I'm never talking to you again and stop watching me. Nice abscond, 2 times combo. Well, now I could really end the video, but I'm assuming this is going to end soon. DD, examine sleazy Dursite rag. Let's see what's in the news next time. I can't believe this. Well, I think probably at this point some criticism got through that Jane is just like the least interesting character. Because suddenly she's the center of the narrative again. But I guess that's just because Dirk isn't on screen yet. And you can't give the narrative to Jake. And for some reason, we're just never going to give the narrative to Roxy. So I feel like Roxy's supposed to be a comedic relief character, but she's ironically the only one who seems like moderately well-adjusted. Kind of. I mean, at this current moment, she was not very helpful for Jane. But I think part of that, I think you have to kind of understand is this has been going on for 5 months. I mean, if I was, even as a good friend, right? Like, if I was watching somebody that I cared about continually do this and like, you should really just say something to him, Jane. She's like, no, it's fine. Eventually he'll just give up on it. And then he does it for 5 months. And then finally it all comes out in one giant explosion. You kind of feel like you got it. You have the I told you so mentality. Even if you don't really mean to. You know what I mean? I feel bad, is basically what I'm saying. For Roxy. As always. I'm on Roxy's side. At least, okay, here's the thing. At least we're getting this over with. Because, man, I just cannot care about Jane's relationship problems. And even in this episode, like, obviously it was a little bit better. Because something was actually happening with it. But, I don't know, man. It just kind of sucks that Jane's entire character is based around wanting to break up the only gay relationship in Homestuck. And also Jake is just insufferable. So that's part of the problem too. Remember when I liked Jake? Yeah, me neither. It was for like 2 episodes where he was just kind of the funny guy. And now he's just like the most insufferable character in the entire comic. Who is currently alive. I guess Eridan is technically alive again now. So great. I'm so glad. Also, we didn't see Equius Aradia, which I'm assuming is the final sprite that is stuck with Dirk. Which kind of makes sense. Sunglasses and robots. At least I understand that. I guess the princesses and cats thing kind of works out for Roxy. Kind of. I'm not really sure how I guess Eridan's kind of like an adventurer, and Solix likes twos, and Jake has 2 guns. That's why he's got those. It seems like a little bit of a stretch, but if we really included all these traits just so we could set them up with weird troll combinations, it seems a little strange. And what did Vrisk, or Tavrisk, or whatever its name was, have to do with Jane? Maybe it's Tavros is nice and Vriska is socially inept? Or like Vriska had relationship issues and Tavros was a pushover? Maybe that's what it is? That kind of makes sense, I guess. Can't wait for Jane to try to go to fight Lord English on her own and doom everybody, and then Terezi has to stab her too. I don't know. Also, Roxy ended up freaking getting teleported to Durst by Godcat. And now the freaking queen is going to, like, imprison her. No. No. Why couldn't it have been, like, Jake? Oh, man. What this means is another freaking Lalonde is going to get freaking sidelined in the story again. Why? And I like Roxy better than Rose anyway. Sucks. Everything sucks. Well, hope you guys enjoyed anyway. Oh man, I cannot wait for Collide. Oh man, I cannot wait for the beta kids to get here, and just like we can put all this stuff behind us, maybe. I'm not. Oh, by the way, I meant to say this. I'm not unaware to the fact that this was exactly the Alpha Trolls' problem too. Was that their relationships were so bad that they couldn't work together, and then they didn't get anything done and essentially lost the game because of it. So, I wonder if there's any crossover there. Probably not. It's probably just a totally unintentional thing. Definitely. Okay, now I'll say goodbye for real. Oh no, I need the question. Shoot! Frick! I guess I can ask the question. I think I've asked it before though. I was gonna say, do you like Caliborn? Because I'm torn, right? Because Caliborn, he kind of sucks ass, and I don't really like him as a villain, but I do find him funny every now and then. So I don't know. I guess this is a fun one. If you could combine 2 trolls, who would you combine as a sprite? We've had so many sprite-related questions, but it's just the most, like, personal thing you can have. Which 2 trolls would you put together for your sprite? And I guess it doesn't have to represent you in the same way these ones do, the alpha kids. It could just be like, oh, I think having Karkat and Terezi together would make for the most informative sprite or something. Personally, I think the best pairing you could have would probably be like Terezi and Pfeffery, or maybe Karkat and I was gonna say maybe Karkat and Kanaya, because Karkat would be I think Karkat's a trap, because on one hand he is actually very good at leading, so he would presumably be a good tutorial NPC. But I feel like the way he would deliver the information, you wouldn't really get any use out of it, you know? So you need like Pfeffery and Kanaya maybe, because Kanaya is knowledgeable enough to make sense of the information granted to a sprite, and Pfeffery is nice enough to give it to you in a way that makes sense. I think that's the way you want to do it. But that's my own personal opinion. Maybe you have a different one. Let me know. Okay, now goodbye.